It's a great day for America, everybody, and another great day here in France. I am in the legendary palace of Versailles, built by Louis XIV, who was called the Sun King because he loved sun chips. I read it on Wikipedia. This is why I love America, because nowadays you don't have to be royal to enjoy a delicious, tasty, savoury snack. Now, the room everyone talks about is this one. It's the Hall of Mirrors. 357 mirrors. It's dazzling. It's like someone skinned a disco ball and laid it out flat. I could never live here. It's hard enough to leave my house with one mirror. I'm like, does this make my ass look fat? Can you imagine living in here? There are so many statues around the palace that in order to not sound like an idiot, whenever you go buy one, if you're here on holiday or vacation, as it's known in America, just make stuff up about the statue and people believe it. For example, this is the statue of Diana the Huntress. She lived in a time when women used to hunt by taking arrows. Notice she's reaching for an arrow out of her quiver, but she doesn't have a bow, which would suggest that she's about to throw the arrow at the animal which she's hunting, which would make her a very bad huntress. We're walking, walk this way, walk this way. We don't have a lot of time. He was one of the first anchormen of the time. You can see that's how the hair became popular in television. That very stiff hair was first designed by Pierre Lachaise, who was the anchorman for the local Quai Paris News. Now, obviously, beauty of this kind of nature doesn't come without a price, and many of these stories are rather grisly of how the art was created here. For example, look around here. A lot of people think these are just sculptures of, you know, little cherubs holding up this magnificent sort of dish, but that's not actually what happened. Inside here, what they did is they actually spray-painted midgets gold and then froze them. And they do say on a quiet night, as if you walk through the Hall of Mirrors, you can hear, I'm stuck inside here. In fact, I think I can hear it now. Come here. Up here, towards the end of the Hall of Mirrors, is a very important decision that you've got to make. If you go that way, you go into the king's bedchamber, right? If you go that way. But if you go that way, you go into the back passage of the queen's chambers. So I think what I'll do is go in to the back passage of the Queen's chambers. Then I'll go this way. Now, in here is one of the most exciting rooms in Versailles. As you can tell, the sound is already different. This is the Queen's public bedchamber, where she would go to bed in public. What she had to do was, she would come out that door. See that wee secret door over there? That's the secret door. Queen would come out there, all the audiences here, and there's inside that cabinet, I don't know if you can see that cabinet over there, there would be a flat screen TV and, you know, some video games, but she would have to turn those off, and then the Queen herself would go to bed here, and the royal courtiers would all applaud, and then they would leave because the Queen had gone to bed. And then, after the Queen's gone to bed, I don't know if you can tell, here, like the courtiers leave, that door, and over here as well, right? See over here? Secret doors. And that's how the Queen's lovers would get in. So the Queen would be there, pretending to sleep, and then the door would open, and in would come, I don't know, John Stamos or something like that, and he would come in, and they would do, well, you know what they do.
The Queen's Lovers, a history of getting it on.
To give you an idea of how this works, Kristen and I are now going to demonstrate. What we will do is we will demonstrate the protocol for the Queen of France and her lover. For this demonstration,
Kristen.
Kristen. I know your name. I was trying to explain what's going on.
Oh, okay.
For this demonstration, Kristen, or Marie, as we will now call her, is the Queen of France. You're the Queen of France.
Okay.
Well, okay isn't very French.
Oui.
Right. She's the Queen of France, and I am her lover, Draco Malfoy. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Before he was in Harry Potter, he was the Queen of France. I am Draco Malfoy, and you be the Queen of France. But don't go in the bed, because we're not allowed to. Okay. Plus, you know, it's just a play. It's not real.
Okay.
All right, okay. So you're the Queen of France. Be French.
Okay, oui.
How the Queen of France would be on her own. Go. Is that it?
Yeah.
Wait, what do you mean she wouldn't just stand
Well,
like
when
that?
you enter, I'll take a different, you know, I feel like she's got her own thing.
If she's on her own, she's just like standing like that?
Yeah, when she has privacy, she does whatever she wants. Because privacy
is that what you do when
so
you do
rare.
whatever you want? You just stand around looking like a...
It doesn't look organic.
Well, it's fine. Look kind of organic. Looks like you have to do something organic. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right. So...
Entrez-vous.
It is my secret knock.
Entrez-vous.
Bonsoir.
Bonsoir.
It is I, Draco Malfoy, your lover.
You can't imagine the surprise I got when you came through my back door.
See, now, I think that's a bit rude.
Why?
Well, because it sounds like something different when you say it like that.
You just entered through my secret back door.
All right.
It's just the facts, Craig.
Sorry.
What they do with it is their prerogative.
All right. I'm doing it again. You ready?
Okay.
All right. I'll do the secret knock.
Okay. Draco?
It's Draco Malfoy.
I knew it.
I have come through your back door. I see you are not watching your PlayStation.
It does not work.
Perhaps I could fix your PlayStation for you.
But I'm married.
Why are you doing that?
Because it's my wedding ring.
Oh, I see. Well, that's all right, because I am your lover. Draco Malfoy.
But I cannot. I cannot.
What?
Don't go. Don't go.
Wait, see, now you're fright. You give me a fright there.
Well, I think it's supposed to be dramatic.
No, I think it's... see, that's just dysfunctional.
Adulterous affairs have to be dramatic.
Well, I don't want one then.
Are you breaking up with me?
It was only a play. Oh, I'm breaking up with the Queen of France. I get it. Right, good. I'll come back to break up with you, the Queen of France.
Now my motivation has completely changed. Okay.
It is I, Draco Malfoy.
Hello, Draco.
I have terrible news.
What?
Well, as you can probably tell by my walk, I've discovered I'm gay.
I knew it.
Did you? How did you possibly know it? We have been having sex.
Everybody knows it.
Really? I'm always the last to know anything around here. Come, let's shop. I think that went rather well. Well, I'll tell you a story. Come here. Come here. Come here over. I'll show you something. Come here. Come here. Look down now. You see that right at the end there, right at the very end, just at the end of the island there, that little point? That's, if you're ever looking for me in Paris, that's where I'll be. Down there. That's where I'm always at. That's my bet. So don't go there. All right? All right. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the show. I'm here with Stéphane Bern, who is the foremost, I think, foremost expert on the royal family of France. Is that true?
It's what they say in this country.
Okay.
So you are now one.
I do. I know a great deal about the Palace of Versailles, but I'm going to let you just take me through it in case I've picked up anything wrong, because anything I have is from Wikipedia. Tell me, for example, about the room that we are entering now. This is an amazing
The Hall of
room.
Mirror. You have to imagine that in Versailles, the castle was a sort of showroom. I mean, just when the foreign visitors came in,
right,
they could see all the good things that we could do in this country. The marble, the paint, the golden woods, the sculpture, the paintings, Le Brun, the architects.
So this wouldn't be a family room.
It was not a family. Imagine what sort of family you have to be in this.
You could play games in here. You could have charades.
Yes, why not? But I mean, this place was not for balls precisely, but when
for
the king.
What? Sorry, what was it for?
Balls or I mean, how do you say? I mean, for parties.
Not
parties. But we are in the state apartment. The king came out of his bedroom and every morning went. I mean, he ran until the church for the mass.
Really?
Of course. And then the people was waiting here.
Right.
And they waited for what? Just to give him a little letter. Could you help my cousin? Could you give me a favor? Could you find me an apartment? You know.
Find me an apartment?
Yes, sort of things like this at that time. I mean, it was a castle or something else. But I mean...
Well, how many people lived in Versailles then?
I mean, it was more than 3,000 at that time.
3,000
Yeah,
people?
they all lived... they not had an apartment here.
Right.
But they had to be... Because of their rank, they were members of nobility. They have to stay here all day long. Yes.
Oh, so it's their job, too?
Yes, it's a job. I mean, the king, that was a very good idea of Louis XIV, to keep the nobility here. I mean, so they couldn't fight against him, because they were just waiting.
They couldn't raise an army if they were fetching them breakfast.
I mean,
It's genius. Yes. Kristen, come over. Come over. Have you met Stefan? He knows everything about the... do you have a microphone? Then you're going to have to just talk like this. You're in France. You kind of mime any questions you have. Oh, Kristen wants to know, was there ever any glass partition? No, that thing that we were doing in the bedroom. Is that true? Did the Queen have her babies in that bed?
Yeah, of course. And you know the one thing. Always the king left his bedroom to go to the Queen's bedroom. They never made love in the king's bedroom. Only in the Queen's bedroom.
Kristen wants to know why.
Why? I don't know, because the sheet was more comfortable. I don't know, something more...
The sheets were more comfortable?
I don't know.
Oh, isn't that always the way with the ladies?
I tell you, the kings had two chambers.
Yes.
He never slept in the official bedchamber that you can see now. He had a little one behind. And then at 6 o'clock, I mean, he had to wake up to go in a hurry to go to the official bedroom, and then we opened the doors, and all the court came into the bedroom.
The official bedroom?
Yes.
And watch him getting out of bed? Yes.
For what reason?
For what reason?
For what reason did he sleep
For the
in
reason
another
that,
room?
because at that time, every act of the king was something official. It meant something. It was a symbolic. The king, the Sun King, had to... You see, the bedchamber is right on the place where the sun is coming and going back.
Now, I have a question. Kristen says that they didn't have flushing toilets, but I say they did have flushing...
Of course they have.
See, they did have flushing toilets.
Who are you going to believe about Versailles? Who are you going to believe?
I mean, we have a lot of toilets here for the king family, but imagine the others who could have... Imagine all the court here, 3,000 people around
3,000 people
yes,
right
here.
here?
Right here.
We are just three of us. It's
I'm
very
having
funny.
a hard time
And
picturing
yes,
it. I'm not gonna
imagine.
lie.
And then suddenly they want to pee. They couldn't.
All of a sudden?
Yes, so they did behind them.
No, you would pee behind another person?
Yeah, no, behind, like this, with the dress. I mean, you can do it like this, exactly. So imagine the smell. He wanted to humiliate his nobility, so he gave to one the privilege of being its porte-coton. It means to take the paper when he went to the loo. So there's someone who had to give him the paper.
They wiped his butt.
Yeah. Lord.
So imagine someone paid or would die for that privilege to keep the paper.
Yeah, in LA too. Let me tell you, there's websites for it. We have to go this way. You can't come.
Okay.
Do you ever come in here on your own and slide on the floors?
Yes, I did.
Stefan, it's been very nice to meet you.
It was a privilege for me.
It's a privilege for me too. Thank you.
And you
very
are the
much.
king here, you know, so you can stay.
On the bus.
Look at that.
Wow, the Eiffel Tower.
The Eiffel Tower, right here. Do you feel connected to it in some way, given that it's a structure made of inorganic material, and so are you?